he and I joined forces 5 years ago. In advance of that, he'd had this germ seed idea that he wanted to build a wraparound vineyard around his estate. And he, being a very astute businessman, he thought, well, I want a look of a vineyard to go around my Napa Valley house, but I also want to make money from it. So I'm not just doing it. I'm not just going to put it out there. I can commercialize this. So he looked at wine and then realized you can't grow. It's challenging to grow wine in our environment. There are some really good wineries in North Carolina, but it's a major challenge. And then he came across a gentleman called Jeff Bloodworth, who I called the Merlin of Muscadine, who's another North Carolinian resident. He lived in Hillsborough. Happen chance, serendipity. Long story short, Greg came across this seedless muscadine that he saw on the internet. His spider senses kicked in. He contacted the company and they said, oh, the master cultivator of this grape is only 15 minutes away from you. We'll connect you in with him.
That's wild.
And that set us forth on this journey to become a table grape, not a winery.
Not a winery.
And the reason why we chose muscadine, which I also called the grits of grapes. Right,
the grits of grapes.
Grits are known in the southeast.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not really known outside of that. I've never heard of grits before I came here. And some people love them, and some people don't at all.
I was raised
and
on
it's the
them,
same with a muscadine. Have you ever had a muscadine grape?
No, I feel like the ones that you get at the grocery store, they call them like the cotton candy grape. Isn't that what is that?
No. That's completely different. So a muscadine is indigenous to the southeast.
Yeah, no,
it's
I don't think
actually
I
the state fruit of North Carolina.
Yeah, I don't think
the oldest muscadine vine on the planet is out on Roanoke Island. It's 400 years old. It looks like an oak tree. So North Carolina have got a close connection to this fruit, but there's only, at the last count, they reckon there's between 1,200 and 1,500 acres of vineyard in the whole of the state. I mean, that's the size of an average vineyard in California.
Yeah.
So, and the reason behind that is that they do make mainly wine with it, jams and jellies. There's a lot of pick your own, but it's never really got into the major food retailers at scale. There are people who like it, so you'll find it in our locale. You go into many a retailer store in North Carolina, you'll find muscadines in season.
Yeah, what color would a muscadine grape
be? It could be golden or green or black.
Oh, okay.
All different shapes and sizes. There's 120 different varietals, but the key to it is the skin's like leather and there's a lot of seeds. And people don't like seeds in fruit these days. It's all seedless. So the rest of the table grape market is all seedless grape. You can either get conventional or you can get organic. 99% of the table grapes that are eaten on the East Coast, including North Carolina, come from California. It's not very sustainable to be shipping fresh fruit or fresh products or any product 3 days, 2,500 miles. So we will be local when we start knocking this out. We will be a local supplier to a food store, normally is within 250 to 400 miles. We're going to be local upstate New York, Florida Keys, into the Midwest. So there's a big market opportunity that we can move into and take advantage of if we've got the right product. And Jeff Bloodworth is a genius at cultivating a grape. So he's been working like nuclear fusion on turning the seeded muscadine with a leathery skin into this beautiful, thin-skinned, seedless muscadine fruit, the likes of which, ladies and gentlemen listeners, you've never tasted anything like this in your life. Now, obviously, I'm a little biased.
I really want to try one now.